Peter's life stands out as one of the most compelling stories of redemption ever told. Starting as a simple fisherman, Peter, like many fishermen of his time, was a man of action, courageous and unafraid. This boldness is evident throughout the Bible. Despite his humble beginnings, Peter's journey to becoming an apostle of Christ is a testament to his transformative faith and commitment. His story is recorded in the New Testament, providing invaluable lessons and insights. Capturing the full impact of Peter's life in a single account is challenging due to the profound wisdom and relevant teachings his legacy offers. Peter faced a formidable challenge. He was a target of Satan. Jesus himself forewarned Peter about this spiritual battle during the Last Supper. In Luke 22 verse 31, Jesus said, "Simon, Simon, indeed Satan has asked for you, that he may sift you as wheat." This vivid imagery illustrates Satan's desire to shake Peter's faith to its core, hoping to reveal a lack of steadfastness in God's loyal servant. However, this threat extended beyond Peter. The Greek word for "you" in this verse is plural, indicating that all the disciples were under Satan's scrutiny. As the Berean Study Bible translates, "Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift each of you like wheat." This scenario not only provides a glimpse into the spiritual realm, but also reassures us of God's sovereignty. Satan's need to ask permission highlights the divine hierarchy where God remains in ultimate control, and Satan's actions are limited. This predicament mirrors the story of Job, where Satan sought permission to test Job's faith, as seen in Job 1 verses 10 to 11. "Have you not put a hedge around him and his household and everything he has? You have blessed the work of his hands, so that his flocks and herds are spread throughout the land. But now stretch out your hand and strike everything he has, and he will surely curse you to your face." Both Peter and Job's trials emphasize the spiritual battles believers face and the assurance that God's authority prevails. Peter's life, filled with trials and triumphs, teaches us about resilience and unwavering faith in the face of adversity. His transformation from a fisherman to a pivotal apostle exemplifies the power of redemption and the strength found in faith. His story encourages us to remain steadfast, knowing that despite the trials we face, God's control and purpose will always prevail. Have you ever wondered about the power of temptation and how it challenges our faith? The devil, known as Satan, meaning adversary or accuser, is always looking for opportunities to test and accuse God's followers of wrongdoing, as seen in Zechariah 3 verse 1. "Then he showed me Joshua the high priest standing before the angel of the Lord, and Satan standing at his right side to accuse him." Interestingly, Satan does not act on his own authority. He must ask for permission to tempt. Just like he asked to test Job, he also sought permission to tempt Simon Peter. As Peter later said, "Your enemy the devil prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour." 1 Peter 5 verse 8. In biblical times, sifting grain through a sieve was a common practice to separate the good grain from dirt and impurities. Similarly, Satan's goal in sifting Peter and the other disciples was to crush them and destroy their faith. This imagery of sifting is echoed in Amos 9 verse 9. "For I will give the command, and I will shake the people of Israel among all the nations, as grain is shaken in a sieve, and not a pebble will reach the ground." The ultimate aim of the adversary is to steal, kill, and destroy, as Jesus warned in John 10 verse 10. "The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full." Despite these intense trials, Jesus assured Peter, "But I have prayed for you, Simon, that your faith may not fail. And when you have turned back, strengthen your brothers." Luke 22 verse 32. Jesus did not promise to remove the trials, but he prayed for Peter's faith to endure. Peter's eventual leadership in the early church is evidence of Jesus' prayer being answered. As Christians, we should expect trials and hardships. Acts 14 verse 22 reminds us, we must go through many hardships to enter the kingdom of God. These challenges are not just tests but opportunities to strengthen our faith and support one another in our spiritual journey. Have you ever wondered why we face difficult situations in life? It's because God uses these experiences to mold our character, strengthen our faith, and make us more like Jesus. As Romans 8 verse 28 reminds us, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. This means that every challenge we encounter is an opportunity for growth and transformation. James 1 verses 2 to 4 encourages us to count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. But let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. These trials, while tough, are designed to build patience and completeness in us. Even though trials can be painful, they hold great value. 1 Peter 1 verses 6 to 7 states, "In this you greatly rejoice, though now for a little while, if need be, you have been grieved by various trials, that the genuineness of your faith, being much more precious than gold that perishes, though it is tested by fire, may be found to praise, honor, and glory at the revelation of Jesus Christ." In essence, our faith, tested through hardships, becomes more precious and genuine. James 1 verse 12 promises, "Blessed is the man who endures temptation, for when he has been approved, he will receive the crown of life which the Lord has promised to those who love him." Similarly, Romans 8 verse 29 reminds us that those God foreknew are destined to be like his Son. Whenever we are tested, Jesus is with us, providing strength and interceding on our behalf, as emphasized in Romans 8 verses 26 to 39. Feeling lost or unsure about how to pray? Don't worry. The Spirit steps in to help us in our weakness. When we don't have the right words, the Spirit intercedes with deep, unspoken groans. God, who knows our hearts, understands the Spirit's intentions because the Spirit intercedes for the saints according to God's will. Romans 8 verses 26 to 27. We can be confident that everything works together for good for those who love God and are called according to his purpose. Romans 8 verse 28. Those God knew in advance, he also predestined to become like his Son. So Jesus would be the firstborn among many siblings. And those he predestined, he also called. Those he called, he also justified. And those he justified, he also glorified. Romans 8 verses 29 to 30.
If you found this video enjoyable, please consider liking and sharing it. Additionally, subscribing to this channel will ensure that you receive more updates in the future. Thank you.